Good evening, my friends, and welcome to Wednesday night as I remove my mask. I want to welcome all of you to our special time together here on Wednesday night. And to, if you're watching for the first time, we have been, because of the virus and the lockdown, we've been locked out of our facility since March the 12th. So we've been doing our Sunday and Wednesday lessons here on video, and I appreciate all of you from all over the world that are letting me know that you appreciate it also. So thank you for communicating and letting me know. Someone emailed me and wanted me to do a Sunday or Wednesday on courage because they were feeling lack of at the time, and they said, how can we use principle to develop more courage? I found a wonderful quote. It is by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Emerson said, and listen to the genius in these words, love of beauty is taste. The creation of beauty is art. You know, we teach the science of mind, but it's also the art of thinking. The art of thinking. When we find ourselves in any situation, if we could think of it as like an artist, and we'll do a closing treatment on the concept of creating more beauty in your life and having courage to do it. Now, let's look at the idea of courage. Courage is important, to be courageous enough to give your very best, and then to be smart enough to empty your cup and let it return to you multiplied and overflowing. See, whatever you give does multiply. Now, if you have the courage to give more and honor the experience of giving more love, more help, more support for the people you love, more joy, more positive creativity in any way, it multiplies and returns. So it takes courage to do what? See, if you want to change anything outside of you, every New Thought teaching, whether it's Unity, Divine Science, or Religious Science, or CSL, it doesn't matter. It takes courage to change the mind and keep it changed. Now, this is especially true if you are trying to change the mind from a negative idea to a spiritual idea. Perhaps it is to, maybe it's change your thinking from sickness to health, or to change it from a deep hurt to a forgiving understanding. Think about it. Courage is what? Metaphysically, we can look at it and point out to ourselves that courage is God's loving mental and emotional support when changing your present life to the better one is the most important thing for you. To change your life into a better one. You see, if you have chosen in the past to choose limited ideas and then create them, why not unlimited thinking and then let the unlimited thinking produce a new experience and then give yourself permission to learn how to live with it when it shows up? You see, all wisdom and love, it supports you. What are your plans? Are your plans to be unhappy or be or to be happy? To give your very best or to whine because nothing works? You see, wisdom and love will support your plan, no matter what the plan is. It supports your plans for any kind of improvement. So don't be afraid to think improving thoughts. The Maharishi Mahesh Yogi said, whatever we put our attention on will grow stronger in our life. Think about that. What are you putting your attention on? You see, material situations tend to have a strange hold on our consciousness. It's probably due to the emotional content of it. In the depths of your thought, an old negative situation resists exit. I'm sure you've experienced that. It will resist the exit from your conscious. Dr. Holmes said once, sometimes the subconscious mind is like another person inside of us. We come up with a commitment to change for the better, and then this subjective tries to talk us out of it because it's not used to the positive change. You see, if you're going to be addicted to something, be addicted to the positive. You see, when spiritual mind treatment, which we teach in religious science, or positive prayer and unity, you see, the idea is to understand that when spiritual treatment moves into action in your consciousness, it must yield at once to a new concept, to accept it, embrace it, and move forward. And then as you treat spiritual mind treatment, then treat for your treatment. One of our greatest ministers used to call, when I was first starting, and he would call me and he would say, I'm treating J.A., will you treat for my treatment? And I said, I certainly will. And I would give him a treatment. And what was beautiful about it, because when I was first starting the church, is 2 or 3 days later, I'd receive a $500 check in the mail. Thank you for the treatment. And always keep that in mind. If you're utilizing the expertise of someone who has spent 4 or 5 years training and studying and working on their own consciousness to become a spiritual mind treatment practitioner, whether it's in unity, divine science, or religious science, compensate them. They're going to give you their time, their expertise, their commitment of their life to be able to evolve in such a way that they can see the truth of you and affirm it. And if you know that they know the truth of you, it's as if you know it, because we're part of one mind. Now, again, spiritual mind treatment, moving into action in your consciousness. How often does it do it? All the time. All the time. You see, nothing can stop the divine thought. And who can know that divine thought? You. So, as I repeated, I'm quoting Dr. Raymond Charles Barker, who said your newest thought may not be your best one, but it is your newest one, so you should pay attention to it. And if you don't understand what the thought will produce or create, thought as cause, moving through law, becoming effect or form or event. You see, we don't treat for things, we treat in spiritual mind treatment for the consciousness of the thing. So be the consciousness of love, the consciousness of health, the consciousness of happiness. The power within you loves so much that it gives what? It gives what you think about all day long, as Emerson said. Again, nothing can stop your divine thought. And who knows the divine thought if you're having one? You do. So what does it lead us to? It leads us to an awareness that this power that works within us, as us, is us. It is omnipotent. It provides you steadfastly with everything you're accepting and better. Dr. Holmes says we're open at the top. He wasn't talking about religious science, he was talking about spiritual mind treatment. So whatever you're accepting in spiritual mind treatment, know it's good enough to be true, good enough to be now, and good enough to be you. And better. Again, nothing can stop the divine thought. So, what you need to do is understand that you can always understand more. That you can always be more of divine principle in action as you move forward in your daily experience. And you can let go of the negative, and you can make a choice to not let it re-enter your consciousness. Now, it takes courage to do this. It takes courage to say no to the negative sometimes. It takes courage to say yes to spiritual ideas. I'm glad you're turning into this program. Tuning in. Well, you can turn into it also. But you are tuning in to the spiritual ideas that I'm sharing with you every Wednesday, every Sunday, or whenever you click on the internet to find it. Now, it's I don't know if you ever felt like in the attempt to direct your own consciousness that it seems like you're involved in a mental juggling act. Now, what you need is some serious business. Some serious only waiting for you to expand your understanding and let your understanding think new thoughts. You see, there's no value in letting a difficult situation, no matter what it is, run its course. Why not just put the brakes on it now? The old metaphysical idea is when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you'll do something about yourself. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're sick and tired, but they're just not sick and tired of being sick and tired yet. Once you are, discover that you can let go of everything that caused the reason or the experience of sick and tired. You can pull the wisdom out of it, apply it to the now, pay attention to what you're thinking, think about what you think about, and affirm the beautiful as you. Now, your intelligence, if you study metaphysics in the right way, I don't care if you're studying Charles Fillmore, Ernest Holmes, Nona Brooks, it doesn't matter. If it's Emma Curtis Hopkins or Thomas Trord, they're all saying the same thing. Gautama Buddha, Jesus, Lao Tse, anybody else you can think of, that thought from oneness. See, if you understand oneness, learn how to become one with oneness, and critically think as oneness thinks, you could run around calling yourself a channeler. Because you're thinking not from the world, not from duality, but you're not in duality trying to understand oneness, you're in oneness understanding duality. Now, everybody join with me and say, I now remove my permission for the nonsense to exist in my world. In my body, in my bank account, everywhere it needs to be removed, it is removed now. And the beautiful takes its place. So, what are you doing? If you remove your permission for the negative to exist, then it will go away. It will reform itself into something different, and you will come out of it stronger, healthier, happier. You don't have to deny. Dr. Holmes says you don't have to deny a fact in order to affirm a faith. So, you have all the power there is. I have it. Everybody has it. Nobody has more power than you do. They're just using it different ways. So consciousness. What you need to do is look at all the negative ideas you have locked into and claim to be your own and do something interesting with yourself and positive and loving with yourself and give yourself an affirmative opposite. And then think it into form. But the way you do that is not trying to make it happen, but let go and let God. We're not told to make God. We're told to let go and let God. You see, the Creator for all good has endowed you with the capacity to change things and situations for the better. It has also given you the courage to do this. Just tap into that courage. You had courage enough to turn on this this lesson tonight. And I invite you to join with us every Sunday and every Wednesday, or when you can plug into this, and understand that there is something tremendous and instantly available to you. All you have to do is think of God and stop measuring your problem. Let God in you as you be everything you are and think from that. Jesus said God is love. Ask yourself, how does love start its day, move through its day, treat other people? How does it give? How does it receive? Don't say you will try this method. Don't try it. You hear me? Don't try it. Use it. Use it for your peace. Use it for your health. Use it for your happiness. Use it for your prosperity. And use it for your courage. I love you. Thank you for sharing this time. Namaste. And now, my friends, I will mention this as I do. I'm going to ask you for something. What I'm going to ask you for, since we don't have the ability to get into our center and hold our services and to meet all the guidelines that are out there now, and our building is locked. But what I don't have is a congregation in front of me where I can pass a basket, a love offering basket, and thank you for your love and support. So we will pass the metaphysical basket, and again, I affirm, thank you for your love and support. And thank you, Katrina. She will put the address on here where you can get to PayPal or many other ways of doing it, and we love and appreciate all that you are giving us, and we honor it with love. And now, my friends, let's go with him. And I'm going to speak my word now in first person. As I do, allow yourself to affirm with me in first person as we again look at courage and look at the idea of creating a life of beauty, a life of beauty, a life of health, a life of happiness, a life of positive creativity and productivity. So let's affirm together in the continuation of our awareness of our oneness with God, the continuous awareness of our oneness with the magnificence of the universe that made us out of itself and gave us all of its power to back up our next idea. We make sure our next idea right now is wonderful, beautiful, healthy, and happy. So in the continuous awareness of infinite intelligence, I know right now there is only one life. The infinite power of the universe makes everything out of itself. Therefore, I am created in the image and likeness, Divine Spirit as me. Flows forward moment by moment by moment in every area of my mind, body, and experience. I recognize the truth of my being. I release with courage the unlimited power of my consciousness to unfold as my perfection. Today I embrace my potential. I embrace my potential. I embrace my potential. I let go and observe the energy of God moving through my talent, moving through my ability, moving through my creativity. It does so to bless and prosper my world. It does so now. I release any belief in limitation and establish ideas and patterns of thinking that engender positive right action. I let go of what no longer serves me, and I attract what I want. I celebrate my present opportunity to give the best of myself to every person in my life, to every place in my life, to everything in my realm. Life's goodness is wonderful, and life's goodness energizes and emerges as I become conscious of my creative function in the universe and use it to create beauty. In everything I do. Knowing the way of my heart is the heart of my way. I give thanks for the beautiful life that is mine today. I release my word to the law that makes it so. And I give thanks that it is. And so it is. And was and shall be in the now of forever. Namaste. Thank you for sharing Wednesday night with me. Please come back. Wash your hands. Be safe. Love you.